Not even the tiniest decal details get overlooked today. Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs in Switzerland. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a near-matching pair of 2017 Ford GTs. This one is a Hot Wheels release in 1:64 scale. The other is a Welly in a 1:24 scale for comparison. They're both streetcar versions. I'm going to convert them into race cars with the proper decals and added spoilers. Is there anything sexier looking than the GT? Yep, two of them. The Welly is produced in a Nex brand series. These are all the ones that you can get, and you see they're officially licensed. I like these not only because they're readily available in a local discount store across the Rhine River in France, but they've got such great detail and some extra moving parts. Beautiful metallic paint. Nice front grille detail, hood scoops, and a rear diffuser. You can see the engine through the rear glass. Opening doors. And a nice interior too. Oh, I look forward to working on these. It's a pullback toy too, as are all of the Nex series. According to my wiki research, the Ford GT is a mid-engine, two-seater sports car manufactured and marketed by American automobile manufacturer Ford for the 2005 model year in conjunction with the company's 2003 centenary. The second generation Ford GT became available for the 2017 model year. Of course, the GT recalls Ford's historically significant GT40, a consecutive four-time winner of the 24 Hours of Le Mans from 66 to 69, including the 1-2-3 finish in 1966. Younger viewers will recognize that car from the recent film Ford vs. Ferrari with Matt Damon and Christian Bale. I'm storing all the little bits like headlights and tail lights and grill pieces in a clear Ziploc baggie for safekeeping. That's a good practice, and now it's a habit. And these are ready for the next step. Coming up on Maple Leaf Customs, you'll see the world's most horrible gift idea for car enthusiasts. Four Horsemen theme for February is Rat Rod. To prime you up for the big Porsche push in March, got a barn find diorama and the anticipated annual All Porsche giveaway for the 5th year in a row. Join with 50 other talented builders if you haven't already. You don't need to be a pro to give it a go. Everybody's invited to participate. I'll be jumping back and forth between both cars in this video. Here I've masked up the Welly to receive the first coat of paint, which is basic yellow from Vallejo. It's an acrylic water-based paint. It goes on beautifully with my Gaahleri GHAD 68 airbrush with a 5mm needle. Yellow can be difficult to work with, but this is laying down nicely. I let the fresh paint lay for about 10 minutes, so it's still tacky but not yet dry. And then, without touching it, carefully unmask the car to reveal some razor sharp lines. Look at that. I'll put this into a food dehydrator in my hobby room so the yellow is fully cured before I do anything else to it. While that's happening, I can go to work on the little Hot Wheels. This is Vallejo Bright Red on top of a high gloss white. All of it has been clear coated and cured before being carefully masked off, because this will be a 3-color job as well. I'm still using the 0.5mm needle. Today's community shoutout goes to Gonzo Hookman out of Mexico. Follow the link I've left in the description for you and discover for yourself some outstanding custom creations. After curing in the food dehydrator, the yellow paint has been clear coated and that's cured. Then I can mask it over, covering all of the yellow in preparation to receive the second color, also bright red, by Vallejo. Always a bit unnerving, but very satisfying if it comes out well. And in this case, big smile on my face. Nice sharp lines. Lots of masking, lots of airbrushing because both of the GTs have 3-color paint jobs. This is the second application of Model Air Blue. It's the top coat on the little Hot Wheels. Each time you add a layer, it gets a little bit darker. This is exactly the shade that I was going for. The clear coat over top of the paint and the decals will give this a gorgeous high gloss shine at the very end. That was a couple of days' work to get to this point, and now the fun part begins. I detailed both engines with some Molotov chrome, and both cars are going to get red racing seat interiors. I added yellow racing harnesses to both cars. They're printed on paper and covered in Mod Podge for permanent adhesion. I'm loosely following, but not exactly, a couple of pics that I found on Google Images of this Ford EcoBoost GT racer. It's going to require a couple of ghost white decals as base layers. It's another long and laborious process, but it's all part of making a pretty good miniature replica of the real race car. I'll go over these ghost white decals on the blue and the red a second time so it's more opaque. But on top of the white doors, one application is fine. I create all of my own decals. I've never ordered a set online, and then I print them on blue-backed water slide paper with my Hewlett-Packard laser printer. Even the super narrow Hot Wheels side runners get some sponsorship decals. That's small. On the red and yellow Welly, I've chosen a shell livery theme based on a couple of real race cars, while leaving myself some room for a little bit of freestyling at the same time. Enter Colonel Sanders. This one's on the Penske race team. Michelin Man. Both cars get a 3D printed spoiler for the racetrack. It's the end of a full week on the bench for these two projects. Time to put the Hot Wheels GT back together. It's all been clear coated. Blacked out glass, I never had to lay a finger on that. Some minor details added to the racing interior. And a brand new upgraded set of real rubber Samed wheels. These are called Thunder Chrome. 12mm on the back and 10mm up front, just like the original casting had, only they were in plastic. It's a Ford, it's all red, white, and blue, so I thought I'd go with some stars on the spoiler. It's got the basic Hot Wheels components, nothing to write home about here. It all goes back together nicely. The spoiler will be the very last thing I affix. Let's have a closer look. Big change from the nearly all-white original casting. The red, white, and blue stands out tremendously well. 3D printed spoiler, upgraded Samed wheels. Now the detailed engine shows through the rear window. The channel logo was all I added to the undercarriage. But that's an authentic Echo Boost livery with a few changes. Granted, it took a little more work to put the 1:24 scale Welly back together with all of the extra parts. Managed to save them all through the week without losing any pieces. I'm always thankful for that. The original screws hold this back together. I'll pop in those taillights, and again, the spoiler, because of its fragility, goes on at the very end. Let's check it out. I do like working on these larger scale models, especially when it can go side by side with a 1:64 scale Hot Wheels for comparison. This one can boast quite a bit more detail with the opening doors, lensed headlights, and tail lights. Side mirrors were not part of the Hot Wheels. I printed a spoiler, and I think the red and yellow shell is one of my favorite liveries on any kind of race car. Here's the Hot Wheels, about a week earlier, and the Welly, side by side in their original state as street cars, now transformed into super sleek racers. The Ford GT is one of those cars that looks like it's going 100 miles an hour standing still, isn't it? I love it. And I really like how these two nearly identical models in different scales came out so independently. The original GT40 will always be a racing legend, and these two 2017 releases are a fitting homage. Thanks for visiting my channel today. Please leave your respectful comments below and I'll get back to you. Come on back soon, and often. It's coffee time.